Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Lock On Sports. This is the final time you'll see this setup. I know it's dark. This video has to be filmed right now because I can't film it in the morning as I'm moving out, so you won't see this setup for a while. Um, it's pretty emotional to leave this place, since I literally grew up here. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. Let's get right into this recap. Over to the MLB, there's still two games going on right now in the bottom of the third. The Angels lead the Rangers 2-0. That'd be a huge game for the Astros over there. The Dodgers are playing the Brewers. They currently have the bases loaded in the top of the fourth for the Brewers. It's still tied at 0-0. But for the other games, the Reds beat the White Sox 9-8 in a shootout. Tigers beat the Guardians 3-0. Pirates beat the Marlins 13-1. Excuse me, guys. With Braxton Ashcraft throwing 10 strikeouts and only 85 pitches to get a complete game shutout. Mariners beat the Yankees 1-0. Red Sox snapped their losing streak, winning 7-0 over the Blue Jays. Nationals beat the Cubs 7-0 after throwing 7 no-hit innings by Savelli. Phillies beat the Twins in the Field of Dreams game 7-1. As Kyle Schwarber had 2 home runs, Brandon Marsh had a home run. Yeah, it was pretty bad overall. Twins had 1 run. Over to the NFL, the Chargers just beat the Texans 27-7. It's preseason after all. It wasn't the Texans' strong suit. Colts Patriots tied at 13. Steelers beat the Packers 28-9, and I'm gonna go read someone's stats off real quick. Drew Aller went 10 for 13, 153 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 3 total touchdowns in total. Yeah, he showed some promise tonight, I will say, so watch out for him potentially coming in as a backup. Bengals beat the Lions 16-14. Cardinals played a huge game without Carson Beck, winning 27-14. As Gardner Minshew went 14 for 16, 101 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Fernando Mendoza also played in this game, going for 10 for 16, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. And then there's a game currently going on right now between the Titans and the Steelers. The Titans are currently winning 13-10. In the 6:18 left in the third. I will say Cam Ward, Mitchell Trubisky did not look great. Will Levis doesn't look great so far, so it just doesn't look great overall. Just letting you know, tomorrow's video will be late than usual, really late. I will probably be changing the schedule up a little bit where I'd be posting at 10 a.m. now instead of 9 a.m. It's just my classes schedule won't let me post those 9 a.m. classes since I have 8 a.m. classes, so it's not going to really work. So it'll be probably 10 a.m. Central Time every day for the rest of the year, unless holidays, events, stuff in the morning happens. But over to golf real quick. Jordan Spieth is 5 under through the first round, leading the FedEx St. Jude's Championship. Other than that, there's really not much going on. I'm going to review the stats here in a second, but the whole Jaden Daniels situation is pretty weird right now. They were using his name on a jersey, and he didn't like it, so because they're not going to retire his jersey, so they're feuding over each other, so yeah. And now he wants his Heisman Trophy back. It's very weird. Hunter Green for the Cincinnati Reds today had to undergo Tommy John. It was pretty sad to see that it's the second time. But over to the standings real quick for the MLB. The Astros still lead over the Rangers game and a half, maybe 2, maybe 1 at the time of filming this. We don't know. Mariners are 5 games behind. Athletics are 14.5 behind. Angels 14.5 behind. They could be 14 games behind or 15 games behind. We don't know fully yet. The Rays still lead the AL East by 6.5 games over the Yankees, 9.5 above the Red Sox, 16.5 above the Blue Jays. Orioles fall to 5th place, also at 16.5 games behind. White Sox still lead the AL Central by 2.5 games over the Tigers, 3.5 above the Twins, 4 games above Cleveland, and 14 games above the Royals. The National League East, the Braves still lead their division by 9 games over the Phillies, 11.5 above the Marlins, 14 above the Nationals. The New York Mets, 20.5 games behind. The NL Central, the Brewers are 3.5 game advantage over the Cubs, 13 games, or they could be 3 or 4, depending if they win or lose tonight against the Dodgers. Cardinals are 13 games behind, Reds 15.5 behind, Pirates 16 behind. Dodgers could either be 8 games ahead or 9 games. Obviously, at the time of filming this, we do not know. As the Padres currently sit at 8.5 games, but they could fall back to 9 or 8. Same way with the Diamondbacks, they could be 10 or 9, as they're currently 9.5 behind the Dodgers. 23 games behind is the Giants, 25 behind is the Rockies. The wild card, Yankees have an 8-game advantage. Red Sox have a 5-game advantage. Tigers overtake the Rangers for that final spot, as they are currently tied, but the Tigers would be in. Twins are a game behind. Guardians game and a half behind. Blue Jays 2 games behind. Orioles 2 games behind. Mariners 3.5 behind. Royals 11.5 behind. Athletics 13 behind. Angels 13 behind. Cubs over in the other wild card. Sorry, my nose is like itchy. Cubs have a 6.5 game advantage in the wild card. Padres have a half game advantage in their wild card. Phillies in that last spot. Diamondbacks fall half a game out. Marlins are 2.5 out. Cardinals 3 games behind. Nationals 5 games behind. Reds 5.5 behind. Pirates 6 games behind. Mets 11.5 behind. Giants 14 behind. Rockies 16 behind. Other than that, thank you guys so much for all the support. We're at 26 subscribers, 15,000 plus views, I think. Let me go check. Last time I checked, it was like 15,000. We're actually at 20,000 views on this channel. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. This setup is changing. It's sad to see it go. The original one, it'll come back in December for a little bit, for about 2.5 weeks. But other than that, thank you guys so much for everything. The next video, I'll be in college, so that will be fun on Saturday to film that very late and then immediately post it. But remember to stay tuned for your daily recap here on Locked On Sports. I'm your host, Artie Delgado, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe. Peace.